We did vote on that, did we not? Yeah. We approved it before you asked the question about the notice. Yeah. If there's any doubt of the matter, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. I think we did, but that's fine. Next is an update on our city's flooding and sea level rise strategy. I give you none other than Dale Morris, the Senior Policy Advisor. He's our Chief Resilience Officer. Dale?
Mr. Mayor, members of City Council, members of city staff and the public, the city has a flooding and sea level rise strategy. The first one was adopted in 2015, updated in 2019. One of the great things about the city of Charleston, this is applies to all the decisions you have made and the investments you've made, is the city is doing a lot, has done a lot, and will continue to do a lot. And one of the first phone calls I got when I started here in the city was from a bond rater in New York City, who just happened to call and said, hey, we're looking at your 2019 flooding and sea level rise strategy. Is it current? And we looked at it and we passed it to Amy because she's the boss, Amy Wharton. She's the boss on those kind of questions. And the flooding and sea level rise strategy needed to be updated. So we went through a long process. The strategy, the 2019 strategy is a very good strategy, but you are, again, constantly updating policies and updating plans, and Matt is implementing projects. There's just a lot underway. And the old strategy from 2019 just was missing a lot of really important information on the drainage projects, on Spring Fishburne, on the low battery. It's very important projects to show what we're doing. Yeah, the projects in Chatham Moss and in Church Creek, what was going on there with the buyouts and the restoration of the stormwater park. The Dutch Dialogues recommendations, near and dear to my heart, but also the city comp plan, the land and water analysis. This is a lot of work that's gone on. So I took it upon ourselves with Katie McCain and Kaden Kazella in the mayor's office, and with a very young person, I'm going to introduce you in a second, who helped us update the strategy. I want to thank Mindy Sturm. She provided an internship to us so we could hire Hastings Merrick last summer. Hastings is a College of Charleston graduate student in environmental studies, sustainability and environmental studies. She taught 2 biology classes this morning, plus defended her thesis this afternoon. So she's here tonight to do this. So appreciate that. And I want to thank Amy and Matt, Amy Wharton and Matt Froelich for finding a little extra money, for making Hastings able to work for so longer, and all the city staff, planning, stormwater, GIS, public services, did a lot of work to help Hastings put this thing together for us. The strategy has been vetted by the Resiliency and Sustainability Advisory Committee and by some trusted parties, including Susan Lyons, the head of Groundswell, who also has a background as a journalist. And when you're looking at the strategy, it is online only, although we do have a paper document for you. It is intended really to address the common questions that bond raters or citizens or stakeholders or businesses coming here are looking at Charleston saying, what is the city doing regarding flooding and sea level rise strategy? Why is it doing, and where can I learn more? So Hastings, will you run the city council through this?
Thank you.
Let's see.
Cool. That sounds good. So, hi everyone, I'm Hastings, and I was brought on really for 3 key tasks. The first being update the sea level rise strategy with the latest science. The biggest change being that 14 inches sea level rise by 2050, and that was from NOAA's interim projection from March 2022. This is also the amount of sea level rise that the city is going to assume over the next 25 years for the comprehensive water plan that's currently under development. Next was to collate numerous city documents and web pages from GIS, stormwater, and planning departments that explain our flood challenges we have and also what we're doing about them. And lastly, to develop story maps that follow the 2019 strategy and contain more comprehensive information in an attractive, dynamic, and easily updated format so that citizens, businesses, stakeholders, and others can see what we are doing. And we also hope that this can help city council members communicate with their constituents. So Kaylin is downstairs on Zoom working through this. So first we're going to talk about how you actually navigate this. So to navigate the story map, we have key topics that are under the white bar. And so those are like the main key topics. There's subtopics in the blue navigation bar. And then story maps embed slideshows, links, and external sites. You can see Kaylin kind of working through those. So if you click on a link, it'll actually take you to the city website right there. And then you can also embed different websites as well. If you see below, there's the tie-dye app application. That's how you generally use the story map. And next we're going to the executive summary. So the executive summary was really to show our key goals for the sea level rise strategy. And it's really consistent with the 2019 strategy. There was not a whole bunch of updates here. The next would be the strategic plan. And this is also similar to the 2019 sea level rise strategy update, where we have infrastructure, governance, land use, resources, and outreach and partnerships as our key components. And then further down on the page, we actually have an initiatives chart that can track what we're doing in real time. And I think we're going to work to update that this summer. So next we have our sea level rise introduction. And this is really a coalition of new data from NOAA, USGS, and NASA about sea level rise and what we're going to see for future projections. And so a lot of different graphs are included here, as well as some different resources from NASA, USGS, and NOAA. In addition, on the intro story map, we have a collection and centralization of a number of already existing GIS sites and different information that can be found. So you can see there's technical reports, there's different graphs. That one's from NASA. As well as we have different graphics that were on different city documents that we collated together. Awesome. And next we'll go to the infrastructure section. So this is where we have some of the largest projects explained in detail. So this is under the direction of the stormwater department. So you can see we have Spring and Fishburne drainage project. We have a lot of the different updates. We have overviews, and we have a lot of picture and graphics from those projects. We also have the low battery project right under that as well. And so you can see the image we have there, and it's also a description of the project and background information. Our intention is to add a summary list of the other stormwater projects to this. And so this will include a lot of the more minor projects that City Council funds as well. Next, we'll go to the land use and planning story map. So this includes the 2021 City Comprehensive Plan. And you can see we actually include links to that city plan, and we have different graphics that were taken from the city plan as well. In addition, we also have the land and water analysis and a lot of the graphics that they offer. This is to give a better understanding of some of these documents, so it can break it down so users will be able to find information quickly. And we also have information on Rosemont Resilience Plan and the Johns Island Restoration Plan. Next, we'll go to the governance story map. And so this one includes things like the stormwater design manual. That was a really progressive document. We have links as well as a description of kind of what's so innovative about it, descriptions and summaries of information. We also have the comprehensive integrated water plan, and we're actually going to have our future updates located there as well. We also have information on buyouts, our floodplain management, and our hazard mitigation plan. Next, we'll go to the resources story map. And this story map is really about bringing together all the different tools, resources, and information that we have around the city as well as outside the city with our partnerships. And users are able to find these resources, click on them, and navigate to those different pages. And so you can see we have tie-dye up on the screen right now. And then we also have things like FloodStat. Next, we'll navigate to our outreach and partnerships story map, and I'll give it back to Dale to talk about that.
Thank you, Hastings. So you can see here, if we would print this document, it'd be about over 100 pages. There's just a lot of work that has been done by city staff and others to explain what we're doing, explain why we're doing it, and to showcase to the world all the things that we're doing. So this is a very important document. It's also collated for you all to share, to send to your constituents. So we do have a one-pager for you all. We will send to you. It does have a QR code on it. You can embed the QR code in your presentations, which I will start doing next week, and everyone that you show can then come to this story map, and you can look at it on an iPad or a tablet or an iPhone, or go to a website. So this is a really important document. And the last section we have up here, again, following the 2019 strategy, is outreach and partnerships. So we need local, regional, national stakeholders and partners. We have a number of those working with us. I'm in constant contact with those folks. The mayor is, we just have a lot of friends helping us. Preservation Society, to the Natural Resources Defense Council, the Conference of Mayors, to many more. So this is really important. But I want to sort of wrap up this sort of summary of the Sea Level Rise strategy for you is, you know, one of the best partners we have here locally is the College of Charleston. They're a tremendous asset to us. They bring all kinds of really smart students here, young adults, to learn, to create knowledge, to create services for us and become members of the community. Hastings came last summer to work with us and for us, and she created this document. And this is a living document. We can update it on the fly. If you all pass something tonight on Slab on Grade, we can update it tomorrow. So it is constant and current, and people can see it, you know, almost in real time. It's a beautiful, attractive document, a lot of graphics in it, so it's accessible, and it isn't just a Bible. So that's our strategy, and we're sort of proud of it, and I hope you are too. And let's give Hastings a big applause for what she did. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just wanted to say a quick thank you. Thank you, Mr. Morris and your team. You brought this conversation over to James Island and had some great conversations. I think it's just a really good conversation to have, especially in a place like James Island. I will say, I won't name names, but you did mention that James Island was kind of the top. We have the three biggest problems. We take on all three. I think above the peninsula, is that right? Right. Tell me again.
James Island is a tricky spot, not only because of its governance and the challenges with governance there, but because it is so low lying, and you're really exposed to coastal storm surge. So you have a number, and you have rain bombs. You have a lot too. So yeah, James Island is a tricky. The water plan team is still scratching their heads like, okay, what do we do here? So we're working on it.
Thank you. Well, again, thank you for bringing the conversation, but I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. Public Works, just keep that in mind. Okay, thank you. You heard it from the smartest guy in the room.
Anyone? Councilmember Waring.
Is that something you can push out to council members individually? The link we have to put?
Yes, we can. I will send it to you. I'll send you the QR code. You can snap your phone, and we'll send you the link tomorrow. Okay.
All right,
It's available through a normal standard website link, but it runs in the ArcGIS program, which makes it more attractive and not so heavy for your computer to snap through. So there's a technical reason why we chose the storyboard, but it navigates like a website, but it runs under a different system.
So if we want to send it to others, what would you recommend?
We'll send you the link, and you can send them the link, or you can send them the QR code.
Good deal.
I'll send them both to y'all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Any further questions?